linebacker's trying to create some confusion. Powers through the defender. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Let's take a second here and talk Wake Forest. Great pickup on the defensive front. Three-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Leaves it with the back.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
And the Demon Deacons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Demon Deacons will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up the big return. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold offense.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Hold it, finds his man on the left. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Great place to start for this offense. Going right to work up top. Makes the grab. It's Church.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Demon Deacons are threatening in the red zone. Got it in the middle. It's Church. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Demon Deacons will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
This one's complete. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They won it all, and that is exactly what they... Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Demon Deacons have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Demon Deacons line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds space on the right. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. Third and short, third and medium, third and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on third down.
The Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen.
And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agrees.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Demon Deacons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Lost to fire on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the deep.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They're able to come away with a pick.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession back.
Big guy tries to barrel in, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Runs through a tackle.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
The Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Spits it out to the back. He's got him this time. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. The give to the back. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Quick strike complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. They go to the ground. Got enough for the 1st. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They're going to ride this running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And the Yellow Jackets will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And the stomping has commenced. From the gun, the ground game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Let's go! Let's go!
Wants to go up top. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. It is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Got it in the middle. It's Durant.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Caught in the backfield. It's Church. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Complete to the left. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Wants to throw again. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Play number 9 on this drive. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, good day together. They're turning it on.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
The Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. Here's the handoff. Makes a man miss. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. The give from the gun. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll give it to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. They get the W